What up, YouTube Elleix? Come back at you with another custom StarCraft 2 cast. Today we have a 2 vs 2 matchup featuring the Scion Custom Races Mod, which adds 3 new playable races to the StarCraft universe, 2 of which are featured in this game. Let's go ahead and introduce our players. Team number 1 spawning on the top right-hand side of the map. It's our purple Xayid player Stassin with his ally spawning just to his left. It's our teal Genetron player Kytrion going up against team number 2 spawning on the bottom left-hand side of the map. Oh man, this ACR was doing a dance. Anyways, team number 2 spawning on the bottom left-hand side of the map. It's our yellow Genetron player U with his ally spawning just to his right. It's our blue Genetron player InanisLector. A lot of Genetron players in this game. Should be an interesting one to watch. By the way, if you want me to cast any of your own custom StarCraft 2 content, go ahead and join my Discord or send them over via email. All these replays are community submitted. I could not make these videos without you guys. Big shout out to each and every one of you who have sent me replays. I greatly appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel and you like custom StarCraft 2 content as well as other RTS content, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. We are on the road to 10K subs. It's crazy to me. Anyways, back to the show. Both players, or both teams, I should say, have expanded. The natural base locations here have been taken by team number 1. They left the backdoor base unoccupied for the time being. I wonder if they just did not communicate who is going to take what base, because looks like the Genetron player has taken base on the right-hand side. Meanwhile, U has taken the backdoor base. And look at this, roamers on the way for our Xayid player. If you're not familiar with the Xayid, the roamers are a very good scouting unit, but they have been spotted. Taking out one of the Spitfires, not bad, but this is the ability I was talking about, the Scour ability. So it shoots a green ball of slime that gives a vision for the Xayid player with about this much radius. It's hard to see the circle, but it is there, and it lasts about 8 seconds, I believe. The one caveat is you can target that ability, that green slime ball, before it procs. So it's a really interesting mechanic. Here we go, another slime ball getting targeted by the Luna Mine. I've never seen that before. That is really cool. Stassin also checking this base right here. Now, the Luna Mine, this is basically a flying spider mine, and it is cast from the torrent. The torrent throws out 2 Luna Mines at a time, and they last for as long as they have energy. And I've seen a lot more torrents being built from Genetron players ever since the Luna Mines were introduced. And what is this? Oh man, this is a very big push, actually. Right before the 5-minute mark, looks like a couple torrents. Wait. Oh, this torrent is just like drifting right now, and a mole here as well. A mole, this is basically a mix between either a sensor tower or a siege tank, but when it's unsieged, it cannot attack. So the only time it can attack is when it's burrowed. A lot of scours being thrown down. Kytrion with his ranged units, but a lot of melee units here, or at least 2. The Scorpilisks are melee only, so the Xayid player getting stuck behind his ally. And it looks like team number 1 biting off maybe a little bit more than they can chew, forced to retreat, and U is now on the offensive. The Mendling here, though, which can shoot up and down, but it's also, as its name suggests, a healer. It's a Mendling, and look at it. It's basically a mini queen. It's like it's a baby queen. It's hilarious. Anyways, what else do we have going on? Looks like both players are taking base number 4, and here we go. Or sorry, their third bases, and base number 4 taken for Kytrion in the back door. So that base will eventually finish, but it's funny that they did not take it right away. No expansions yet. Okay, just as I said it, InanisLector making me eat my words. One expansion here being taken, the gold base actually being taken for our blue Genetron player, and I like this a lot. What else is going on? What do I hear right now? Okay. Yep, the rocks being aggroed by team number 2. They're like, you know what? These rocks, they just make us angry. Let's take them out, even though it kind of saved us in the first engagement. This will open up a lot of surface area for the Genetron players to move, though, to be fair. A huge deployment of Luna Mines here, and I love how they look. They are so good. Now, if you're not familiar with the Scion Custom Races mod, the Genetron have a shared energy pool, which we unfortunately can't see in the replay UI. But basically everything they use comes out of the shared energy pool, and if you run out, your energy abilities can't really be used. So it's something that it's like an additional layer of things that you have to manage, basically. The Virtus here as well, I didn't mention it. It has a self-fix protocol, which does make use of that shared energy pool. And when self-fix protocol is active, the Virtuses cannot attack, but they do heal so fast that they're basically unkillable. I love this. Kytrion following around the Spitfires, which are our tier 1 unit for the Genetron. You know, I like this. This is kind of funny, but not really getting as much scouting information as I feel like it could. These assailants, basically Banshees for the Xayid player, really taking out a lot of workers here for InanisLector in the natural base location. At the same time, there is an engagement on the right-hand side of the map as well. You deciding to retreat, though. There's a lot of reinforcements here coming down from team number 1. Where are the assailants? Oh, here they are. So how many kills does this one have? 1 kill on this one, 5 kills on this one. There was a third one, which evidently did go down, and 6 workers now out of 12 on this gold base. No gold base has been taken yet for team number 1. Taking a look at the total supply as well, you for team number 2 is at 131 supply, InanisLector at 97, Kytrion for team number 1 at 126 supply, and stassin at 98. So a relatively even spread across the board, I would say. What else do we have going on? More assailants flying towards the bottom left-hand side of the map. Looks like stassin going for a very, very aggressive harassment, but look at all these Lunamines, as well as the interdictors, which are anti-air static defense for the Genetron, and we haven't seen them in action. That sound effect was actually really, really cool. Meanwhile, in the middle left-hand side of the map, looks like there will be an engagement here as well. Kytrion making himself known, though, and he's about to enter what is a 2v1 situation. Yeah, these moles are as good as dead. The Spitfires leaving them to die. And here we go. More assailants on the left-hand, or sorry, the middle side, the middle left-hand side as well. I don't know if they took out a lot of workers or not. 2 kills on this one, 4 kills on this one. Looks like they were able to take out some workers. I don't know if InanisLector pulled his workers off the mineral line. In fact, I think it's possible he did not, because I don't see any movement of workers returning to this base. A lot of Virtuses here, backed by the Spitfires. The issue is there's no anti-air, though, so I like that stassin went for air units, considering you does not have a lot of anti-air. InanisLector, on the other hand, though, has the Torrents, which are very, very strong anti-air units. Kytrion trying to support his ally, getting a kind of surround on the left-hand side. The assailants coming in maybe a little bit too late, though, giving a very good engagement for team number 2. Both players kind of splitting and attacking the other player, and I like this. InanisLector going for the air-heavy Xayid. Meanwhile, you going for the ground-heavy Genetron, and now you attacking, what is this, maybe base number 4 or 5, I think? I think that was base number 4. And the Krakens are out as well. This is basically a tier 3 unit, and it has an ability called Volatile Discharge, which basically shoots a giant ball of slime that explodes after a little bit of time, but you can't destroy it before it procs. And it's like, it's not really a nuke, but it is a big area of damage effect if it does explode. Oh man, this base here for Kytrion getting attacked by you. By the way, you is a Grandmaster StarCraft player. I believe his main race is Protoss, although I don't know how often he plays StarCraft these days. This is a bit of an older replay that was submitted, I think sometime around the summer, that got buried in my queue. But it's about time we cover more of these games. The fixers here as well. These are basically your medics for the Genetron, but what's really interesting is that the Genetron are all mechanical, meaning that the fixers can repair literally everything that the Genetron put out. They can repair buildings as well as units, and they can also repair flying units. Oh man, good movement here for Stassin, putting those Scorpolisks right on this base. But actually, wait a minute, he might block his own ally, so never mind. I thought this was going to be okay, great. Moving those Scorpolisks out of the way for his ally. So I guess good movement nonetheless, spotting that base for his Genetron ally. These static defense structures, it looks like a mix of repulsors and interdictors getting destroyed. No cancel here either from you. This processing core getting surrounded. I think you will want to save this. Now, you're not crazy if you're like, where is the worker on this thing? Well, the Genetron 3D print their stuff, which is basically like warping in stuff for the Protoss. So although they look a lot like Terran, they play a lot like Protoss in a macro sense, or in a building sense. In terms of macro, they still have to queue stuff up. They don't necessarily warp things in, but their buildings do automatically build. A lot of units here going down for you, actually. A lot of these vertices getting damaged, and the Luna Mines here as well for InanisLector will help support this army. A big hit on the vertice here for Kytrion. But I like the Krakens here. These will be very difficult to deal with as they keep getting built, especially because you does not have any anti-air. So the only anti-air that the Genetron players have on the bottom left-hand side are the torrents here from our blue Genetron player. One of the Krakens going down very violently, I might add, and Kytrion mixing in some air units of his own. I like this play a lot, actually, going for the Badger, which is a stronger anti-air unit, but it does shoot up and down, and the Jupiter here as well, clipping into the Badger. The Jupiter, one of my all-time favorite units for the Genetron. It's basically a bomb ship that creates a damage over time effect. As we just saw, there was a skull here on these units, and yeah, that is basically just fire. And the Jupiter, it cloaks and then throws down a bomb. Kytrion using this thing very well. It does have 6 kills. Will it go down? The interdictor's taking it out, but not after, but not before the Jupiter was able to throw down one more bomb. A really cool unit, but look at this. I didn't even notice this, going for Badgers. Now, this is also an anti-ground unit, technically. It can attack ground and air, but it does have, I think, what is it? The bore ability? I can't remember. Or maybe it's the drill ability, where it basically turns into a flying drill and does melee damage to air units. It is so crazy. There was one video I did, oh man, maybe 2 years back, where a bunch of Mutalisks just blew up instantly because of the bore. It was crazy. We'll see if Yu is able to capitalize on that ability. These are very, very big units, a lot tankier than Yu does. That has to be said. And right now, InanisLector kind of 1v2ing this. A lot of Krakens here for our purple Xayid player. Will push back the blue player, but look at this. Yu really getting these boars prepared. Will they drill into the Badgers? We shall see. Yu not wanting to lose this stuff. And here we go. The Badgers flying into all those, the boars flying into all the Badgers, and Kytrion laughing. That was amazing. Kytrion, he's always been a good sport. He doesn't take these games way too seriously. If he loses stuff, he will he'll take it well. I've played games with him. He's a joy to play with, man. Some vertices here going down from the Xayid player as well, or getting killed by the Xayid player. And the boars now chasing down all of Kytrion's stuff, and there's no anti-air here anymore. I don't think the equalizers, right? Yeah, they can't shoot up. They are an anti-armor unit. Yep, they can only attack ground units. Oh man, the boars here though, will they engage these Krakens? Yes, they will. A lot of the Krakens, actually 2 of them going down. and the torrents coming to support the air units for this yellow Genetron player. Great response by yellow going for the boars. We do not see these units enough. Some Lunamines here being summoned as well from the blue Genetron player from those torrents. And this base here going down. I wish we had a kill counter in the 2 versus 2 UI, but unfortunately we do not. So we can't see how many workers went down, but this base has gone down. And taking a look at the total supply, U is at 180 supply, InanisLector is at 158 supply. Meanwhile, Kytrion is at 133, but Stassin is at 185. This base actually under attack from the Scorpolisks. So, amidst all the chaos, one of these bases going down for our yellow player will ultimately be rebuilt. Team number 2 is now finally cleaning this stuff up. Kytrion saying in caps, so many mines. Where are the mines, actually? I mean, they're kind of spread all over the map. Oh, here we go. Here's more mines as well. And this will make it difficult to engage this army because the Lunamites do so much damage. Oh, man. A big hit on all these Krakens. All of them going down. These boars, dude, they are just doing so much work right now. Stassin leaving the game, and I don't necessarily blame him. It looks like this is probably all she wrote. Kytrion's still in this, though. He's still trying. Has some boars of his own. Actually attacking these boars as well, but there's so many of them. And they also speed up when they use that ability, so you can't kind of use it to escape other armies as well, not just use it offensively. Oh man, but I don't know if there's really an answer for Kytrion. There's just so many boars on the field. I mean, I guess going for ground would be an answer, going for like ground anti-air units, but Kytrion throwing out the GG, giving the victory to team number 2. Big shout out as always to my members and patrons. I really appreciate the extra layer of support. If you guys enjoyed what you saw, please consider shooting me a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you guys on the next one.